Here's the Prophet. Off target from downtown. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We'll take a... Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Charles Lee calling timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. They've got Najee Marshall. Daniel Gafford is out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's the Prophet in at the 2 spot.
Defense having really no effect on Bridges. He just keeps producing with no sign of slowing down.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the bucket by the Hornets.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that puts him up 5. Charlotte has gone 0 for 3 from deep so far in OT. Counted. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
Bridges, in some ways, to me, is a throwback player. He's a 6'6" forward and does a little bit of banging down low. Actually, a lot of banging down low.
Inside. And it's the Hornets on the break. He launches a 3. The Mavericks pull it in. Lively's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Here's the Prophet, guarded by Miller. Fades and shoots. And he banks that one home. The Prophet's got 32 points in the game.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Williams with the screen. Miller, he's open. Gafford grabs the miss.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
The Prophet, that's good.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
First team foul.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6.
Taking 2 shots.
It's both from the stripe.
And those were big shots. At this point in the game, you can't afford to leave any points at the line.
And he lobs it up to the rim, and stolen by Williams.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Here's Bridges, and the ball out of play. The Mavericks will have it. Here's the Prophet. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And that's an intentional foul. First free throw is good. And that increases the lead to 6. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. Launches it. And he buries it. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
No need to worry, folks. Miller's saying, I got this.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Now it's a 2-possession game. Important foul shots right there.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They're behind by 5. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
That three's off the mark. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
He can't be happy with fouling out, but the game seems out of reach anyways.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
You know, important for him to come through at the line there because they want to expand that lead.
This OT has been somewhat lackluster, mainly because both teams are clearly exhausted.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it was wild. Everything it took just to get to the extra period, and then their surge at the end. Whew.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark Kellogg, this is Brian Anderson thanking you all for tuning in tonight. So long and good night, everyone.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. Good job, MP. I see. That's a solid team out there. You guys will have to bring it. These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
That incredible performance was from Skylar Cole, singing our national anthem. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, we're only around halfway through this very long season, GA. This is when the grind, I think, really kicks in.
Yeah, you think about the physical and mental toll this game takes on you. And I miss being out there, but, man, I tell you, it can be a grind.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Miller. And it's DiVincenzo in at the one spot. On the wing, Irving. Pass to the Prophet. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. The Prophet's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Mavs. DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. Wasted no time on that one.
Well, I'd say any play with Edwards on the finishing end has a good chance of succeeding.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's the Prophet. Edwards defending. Good on the shot. The Prophet's got 5 points so far.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
No one near Edwards as he lets it fly from outside off the mark. For Dallas, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And this is something McDaniels continues to work on. Good to see him cash in off the catch.
Pass to Gafford. Irving looking for an opening. The 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Outside Edwards. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. And we've got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. Shams, what's the story?
Thanks, guys. Well, after their three-point shooting abandoned them in the finals, the Mavericks have addressed that shortcoming in a major way, acquiring one of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson. Klay is eager for a fresh start and an opportunity, I'm told, to add another ring to his championship resume. This should be a match made in heaven.
Without a doubt. Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, the Prophet in the last game against the Hornets was tremendous. He picked up 39 points, and that was a season high for him in scoring. It's a night to remember. He was focused. They fed off of his energy, and they'll try to do that again tonight. Kevin?
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Edwards can't hit. Dallas leading by 3. The Prophet passes to Lively. It's stolen by Edwards. Down low, here's McDaniels. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And standing 6'9", Jaden McDaniels, possessing tremendous length for a perimeter defender.
Yeah, Kevin, and he can really move his feet, too. Jaden McDaniels is clearly one of the best and most versatile perimeter defenders in the league.
And he knocks down the first one. And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Doesn't go that time. Good D by Thompson. 1:16 left in the first. A shot by the Prophet, no good.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Shannon passes to Conley. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. Pass to the Prophet. Fader on the way. The shot is good off the backboard. The Prophet's got 7 points.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
McDaniels, a screen on Williams. Conley gets the bucket.
Well, Conley has that steady floor general demeanor. They love to have him running the pick and roll.
Pass to Prosper. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Timberwolves trail by 3. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Conley, the pass to McDaniels. No good. That would have tied it. Thompson against Clark. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to the Prophet. Fires for 3. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Mavericks lead by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. We've got Conley. Clark is out there with Miller. And it's Shannon in at the 2 guard. The Prophet hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. The Prophet's got the lead up to 5 now for the Mavs. The Prophet's gone 4 of 8 from the floor, 50% on the night. And here is Conley. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Sinks the three-pointer.
A phenomenal floor general. Conley is gifted at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Here's Washington. Minnesota with the rebound. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball, and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way, and you're interested.
Yeah, my dad... coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Here's the Prophet. He really played well in that last game against Charlotte. Irving passes to the Prophet. Right wing. Gafford kicks to Washington. Stolen. Here's Shannon. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Shannon's got the game tied up here for Minnesota.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. Just, you got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured teammate.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Derek Lively comes in for Daniel Gafford. And it's Marshall in for Washington. Here's the Prophet. He's got 11. Conley grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Three-pointer. The Prophet grabs the board. Mavericks trail by 3. Puts it up from 12. Irving, good. Irving's got 5 now.
And you must be up on Kyrie at all times, or this is what he'll do to you.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. The Mavericks at last season's trade deadline added length by acquiring Daniel Gafford and P.J. Washington. Coach Jason Kidd says they help on both ends. Gafford has the ability to roll, he has great hands. PJ can put the ball on the floor and guard 1 through 5. And then defensively, they both bring physicality. Kevin?
David, there is an argument to be made. That was one of the best trades at midseason this league has seen in a very long time. A shot by the Prophet, no good. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves. And so it's Minnesota with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. A good size advantage, and they'll look to increase it. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Welcome. All right, guys, let's break it down. It has not been the ideal start for the Dallas Mavericks.
Even teams that have great shooters have to be selective. They're hucking it up from beyond the arc, hoping for the best. And it reminds me.
And next, a look at... Thanks for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Prophet really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Now the Hall of Famer David Aldridge will join us. He has an update for us on Daniel Gafford. What's the news, David?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Mavericks gave us some information. And from what he can tell, he said it doesn't appear to be a terrible injury. This injury could be devastating for them. This is a team that had title hopes, Kevin, and this is not what they need.
David, thanks for checking in. On top of it as always.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Derek Lively is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Irving. Then it's the Prophet, and it's Marshall in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
And finished off by Lively.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
DiVincenzo passes to Edwards. McDaniels kicks to Miller. Buries it from three-point range. Miller's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, they get one to fall. Now 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Pass to the Prophet. Fires from deep. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
McDaniels gets a wide-open look, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Yeah, that's a good sign for McDaniels. They need him to shoot with confidence.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Edwards. It's deflected, and that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And the Mavericks making a change here. Exum's checked in. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Edwards, no good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Now, here's Exum. McDaniels defending. Here's the Prophet. Offensive rebound. Cans the shot from the wing. 18 points for the Prophet.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hito Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando, was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10", highly skilled, very versatile guy. There are great players coming from everywhere in the world.
Over to the wing. For the tie. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
And a wide-open look for Irving. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Irving's got 8.
And Irving can change the course of a game with his ability to shoot the 3.
Here's Edwards. Edwards loves it in there. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Irving passes to the Prophet. Dallas moving it around. Shoots a fader. Count the basket. The Prophet's got 20.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
Edwards looking it over. Shoots off the step back. The Mavericks pull it in. Here's the Prophet. Good if it goes. And he trains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time.
The previous play is under review.
Take that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear.
The ruling on the floor is overturned.
Pretty quick.
3/4 of play in a close game here. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Coach Jason Kidd.
One possession at a time. No offensive rebounds, and help and talk to each other on defense.
Defensive rebounding, a big emphasis for Coach Jason Kidd, and something he'll obviously continue to harp on.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. If you start giving it up on the offense.
Dallas. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Thompson. The Prophet comes in for Christie. And Irving subbed in for Williams. Some changes for Minnesota. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Another miss by Minnesota. Mavericks leading by 6. Here's the Prophet. He can't get that one. Good D by Miller. The Timberwolves shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. And there it is for him. DiVincenzo's got 6 points in the quarter. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Sends a screen for Irving. Connects from three-point range. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
Yeah, terrific feel for where the defense is hedging. Irving knows that's his shot to take.
Nailed from three-point land.
Well, you need a bucket? Give it to Edwards. He's got that clutch.
Irving passes to the back. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter. Miller grabs the miss. Miller's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Edwards drawing the double team. And Gobert kicks to Edwards. And a miss there on the triple.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. And the Mavericks making a change here. Rosper's checked in. And now the latest. And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. Wow. These are the moments that Edwards lives for. He is dynamite in the clutch.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam King. Here's the Prophet. Edwards defending. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Right block shot. And Lively pulls it down. And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
20 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and so they choose to intentionally foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. And here are the Timberwolves. And here's Miller outside, and it's Irving with the rebound. Takes a three, and he nails it. The three-pointer falls from the Prophet. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that about wraps it up. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
Right in.
Not empty.